Hello duckies, Andi here, back with a stream up video for LioranBoard 2, and this is part 2 of the donation triggers video. This time we're looking at the loyalty point system that StreamElements and Streamlabs has got. So this has been built into the stream triggers, and it means that any of those redeems can trigger things in LioranBoard 2. If you guys have seen the first donation video, then make sure you do skip the beginning bit section. I'll leave the timestamp below as well. Let's get into it. Put your rocket for the stone. So to get this downloaded, you just need to jump to the streamup.tips webpage. It's completely free to download, but you can choose to donate to support StreamUp as well. Once all that's downloaded, you just need to make sure you've got everything set up in LioranBoard and you're all connected via the transmitter and everything like that. Once ready, you can hit transmitter on the left-hand side and press install an extension. And then go to wherever it was that you saved the streamtriggers.lb2 file, and we're going to double click that, and it should install it straight here. It'll say there's no preview, and you'll also see it added to your transmitter just here. So now we're ready to jump in. We're just going to double click on the stream triggers deck. We've got some example buttons here, which I'll get into shortly, but we need to actually get it fully set up. So on the init/settings button, double click into it. You've got the instructions just here. We're going to select whichever service we're going to be using for this. We're going to get our auth token, and we also need to give it a trigger name. This is basically going to be the extension trigger for any of the buttons that we want to activate through this trigger. To connect StreamElements with the auth token, just open up the transmitter again, select StreamElements, then you can control click on StreamElements dashboard, select the toggle switch for show secrets, and then you'll be able to copy everything that's underneath the JWT token. To connect Streamlabs to this extension, just hit the Streamlabs button in the transmitter and click Streamlabs dashboard. If you control click, this will open it in your web browser. Go to settings, then select API settings, and then you'll see your socket API token. Just hit copy. We then need to paste whichever auth token we've used in the auth token section just there. And then I'm going to leave the trigger name as stream triggers for now. Hit save again, then go to LioranBoard 2 transmitter and go down and select refresh. This will refresh the transmitter and make sure you're connected. You should then see that StreamElements, Streamlabs, or TipeeStream is connected. Before we get rolling, we actually need to make sure we've got some loyalty point redemption store all set up, ready to go. So I'm going to show you how you do that in StreamElements and Streamlabs. So creating a reward point in StreamElements is super easy. Just jump to the StreamElements dashboard, go to Stream Store on the left-hand side, then you can press Create Item at the top. Give this item a name. You will need to remember this name because you'll use that in the trigger itself. Give it a description if you want to, all the point cost and everything like that. Hit Next. You can choose any of these previews, but make sure redeeming this item shows an alert is selected. Be sure to type in the item command name as well, as this will allow you to use the redeem functionality via a chat command. Hit next and then press save. If you want to set that up to be activated on a chat command as well, go to chat commands, hit custom commands, then press add new command. Give this command a name such as test, and then the response is $, open curly brackets, redeem, then the redeem name, close curly brackets, and press activate command. Creating a loyalty reward in Streamlabs is super easy as well. Go to CloudBot on the left hand side, then select store, create new item, and then you can give it an item name, description, cost and everything. Hit next. Then you need to choose a thumbnail image and a sound file. Then once that's done, you can actually mute that sound file if you want to by dragging it all the way down to the left. Make sure redeem shows alert is on, and then obviously give it a redeem name as well, such as the same name, test. Hit next and press save. And a quick shout from me, don't forget, if this content is helping you, press that subscribe and that like button, because it doesn't cost a thing and it'll help push this content to more people. Alright, so this will work similar to how the donation triggers worked. If we go to stream triggers, we can see the point redemption example. So right click and edit the triggers, and we'd create an extension trigger like we did previously, but call it stream triggers because that's the name that we actually gave our initialized account, and then redeem is the actual redeem name of whatever's in that loyalty point system. So press save, and we can double click into all the instructions in the button. So this is all the available data that you'll get. So pulling this data, when this is triggered, we need to give it a variable name and then use pull value redeem data. This will pull all that information into a variable. So to test this, I'm going to use StreamElements and type in just here !test as the command we created earlier. I get a chat saying from StreamElements that we've actually redeemed it. And if I go into LioranBoard and go to open variable window, I can actually take a look at stream triggers redeem, and we'll see anything at all variable there with all the information in there. So the title of the redeem was test. Andi Lippy was the one that redeemed it, and also the image is the image that's on that loyalty point store. So now we can create our own custom command. So I'm going to jump into my deck just here and create a new button, and I'm going to right click and go to edit the triggers, because the trigger is going to be the extension trigger, and we called it, if you remember, stream triggers. And because we're not using a donation now or a tip, we're using the redeem, we need to use the redeem name, and we created one called test. So I'm going to type in stream triggers test and then press save. Now I can double click into there and start adding a command. Obviously we can pull the data like we did previously. So if I press the plus sign and do trigger pull data, create the variable name, and I'll do redeem info, and then the pull value is going to be redeem data, just exactly like that. Then now I want it to actually send a message to Twitch, for instance, or I could get it to do an animation or anything like that. I'm going to press the plus sign and do Twitch chat message and just put you just redeemed from the StreamElements store. I'm going to hit save again, and now when I do !test, we'll get StreamElements to chat back, but we'll also have that command that we just created saying you just redeemed from the StreamElements store. So if we go into the variable viewer and go to the button which is ID2 because it's the new one, and view that, you'll see redeem info just here with all this information there. So we can use the username, the title of it, and image. So I could use that in that command. So if I open the command back up, rather than saying new, I could do a variable and do redeem info dot username. So it's going to be the username just redeemed, and then I'm going to put the name of the actual redeem in there. So I'm going to do another variable and type in redeem info dot title, and then close that variable. And now I'm going to press save and save again, and I'll do another test in here. So !test, and it'll say Andi Lippy just redeemed test, as you can see just there. And that's how easy it is to do that kind of thing. This means that you'll be able to use that same principle using YouTube chat, which means you can make an interactive YouTube stream, which is crazy because LioranBoard is available for YouTube. I just want to say huge thanks to all these peeps just here, and if you want to support me, then consider joining Patreon or channel memberships down below. From £1 a month, it'll go a long way to supporting me. If you've got any questions, anything like that, please let me know in the comments below, or anything you want me to cover, alright? Check out this video if you want to learn more about LioranBoard 2. Put your rock over the stone. See you soon.